1999, a simpler time when Marvel thought, hey, let's make an Avengers cartoon, but remove all the Avengers people actually cared about. Out went Cap, Thor, and Iron Man. In came Hank Pym, Wasp, a Wolverine or constipated sounding Hawkeye, and a bunch of B-list heroes who looked like they raided a Power Rangers clearance sale. It was a Saturday morning cartoon aimed at kids, a toy line driven cash grab, and a bizarre experiment in what happens when superhero branding meets Toys R Us. Because apparently the studio thought everyone needed power armor, even the Wasp, especially the Wasp. It was the era where everything needed to look futuristic or extreme, even if it meant looking completely ridiculous. It's also as if someone at Saban Entertainment pitched what if the Avengers were cops in a toy commercial, and Marvel just said, approved. Now, was Avengers United They Stand that bad? Well, let's just suffice to say that if you were a kid in 1999 waking up early on Saturday morning, this show probably made you reconsider your life choices by episode 2.
What? That's not fair!
Oh, the animation, it was janky AF. Characters moved like their joints were made of iron rods. Backgrounds were minimal, and fight choreography looked like someone animated PowerPoint slides at double speed. But that metallic toyetic design, not a coincidence. This show was as much a marketing tool as it was a cartoon. Every armor upgrade, every glowing chest plate, every random gadget was basically screaming, buy the action figure. The dialogue can make AI blush, and the villains, especially during the series finale, look like they escaped from a rejected episode of Beast Wars. There were some good intentions here as the show tried to focus on team dynamics, character psychology, even some comic accurate arts from West Coast Avengers. That's more than most late 90s cartoons can say. Simon's post-traumatic stress disorder, and story arcs inspired by classic comics. Let's give credit where it's due. They tried. Just in a universe where everything looks plastic. Except, of course, when Hawkeye spends every episode being the wet blanket of the superhero team. You can practically feel the writers trying to make him more complex, but instead he comes off like your friend's dad who complains about gas prices and ruins game night. And then there's the Simon dash Visions dash Scarlet Witch romance, which could have been interesting if it didn't feel like watching two Roombas trying to flirt. With that said, the show was ambitious. It wanted to introduce younger audiences to a different side of Marvel before the MCU made The Avengers a household brand. Unfortunately, it forgot one small detail. Nobody cared about the different side back then. After just 13 episodes with a serious unresolved cliffhanger, the show vanished faster than Ultron's moral compass. No conclusion, no follow-up, not even a DVD release for years. It was buried so deep that even Disney Plus hesitated to resurrect it, probably out of mercy or money. Avengers United They Stand was bad, but it's fascinatingly bad. Sure, nearly every episode ended with a generic moral about teamwork that felt like it came from a 90s cereal box. Yet, there's a strange charm. Watching it now, like archaeology, peeling back the layers of Marvel's experimental era, you see the seeds of what would become a billion-dollar cinematic universe wrapped in armor that looks like tin foil. It's the kind of relic you dig up to remind yourself how far superhero media has evolved, or devolved depending on how you feel about Quantumania, the Eternals, the Inhumans, and a few other rotten apples. It's clunky, corny, and over-designed, but it's also a time capsule, a reminder that before the billion-dollar blockbusters and multiversal mayhem, Marvel's mightiest heroes were just trying to stand united in matching chrome armor. And if you like this brutal breakdown, please give us a like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Thanks for watching as always.